Hey, San Antonio, this is Rob for the MetalWorks. Tonight I'm here at Jack's Patio Bar. Yes, the first time in quite some time to catch a very, very special show. Brings me great pleasure to welcome all the fellas in Rigor Mortis. How are you guys doing today?
We're here.
How you doing, Bruce?
Doing good, man. Thanks for doing this interview. We're looking forward.
How you doing, Hard?
Oh, pretty good, I guess.
You guys awake out there? Looking a little rusty, man.
We'll wake up here in a minute.
There we go. Cracking the first few drinks of the night. Let's jump right into the business, man. First of all, I think to get all of you guys here in front of the camera to do this interview, I want to thank you for the people who watch our program, because as everyone out there is well aware of, you guys are starting to kick off this reunion of sorts, and we don't know even, I don't think you guys yet know what will happen or what will come of this. But Mike, can you just initiate this conversation by talking a little bit about how the reunion came to be?
God, I don't even know.
We both kind of at the same time.
Somebody offered us the show, and so it all started out as like one show, right? And then it's turned into 16. And we were like, yeah, I'll do it. Everybody was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. It was that easy. There was no like, conference meeting or, anything like that. It was just, sure, why not?
So, Casey, just talk a little bit about how it feels to be back in the fold, doing Rigor Mortis music, and more so, I mean, some of this especially early stuff that you guys did on the debut record.
Well, it's really cool, man. I mean, it's been a long time, and it's been a while. Hey, how y'all? No, I mean, we've all done a lot of different stuff since the band was around 17 years ago, and I've been in punk bands and radio rock bands and guar and all sorts of different stuff, and I don't know, once we started practicing together, it just became a lot of fun for me. It just immediately, it felt like we were the same guys, it was the same sort of vibe that we felt back then. We were the same stupid jokes and inside humor and twin speak, that only the four of us even comprehend. One of the main reasons that it sort of evolved here recently is, we've all done a lot of different bands and stuff, and we realized, well, man, we own this. This is ours. This isn't working for, some other guy who writes all the songs, and you're the guitar player or the bass player or whatever, and you're working for whatever the pay you're getting out of that or whatever else you're getting out of that. We own this, so, it just seemed like, why not? I mean, we can, there's people out there that want to see it. There's people out there that want to come to the shows. So let's do it. And it's evolved into something bigger than we thought.
You and I have had a couple of moments this evening to chat a little bit, and you kind of shared, Rob, hey, I'm just really glad to be a part of this, because of course the band had other vocalists in their lifetime. Talk a little bit about how you feel about working in Rigor Mortis again and getting back in the fold with this band.
Well, the funny part is, if you ever look on websites and stuff, history of Rigor Mortis, and it's like Bruce Corbett. Am I supposed to talk to you or the camera?
Look at the camera.
All right. Anyway, you look at it, you see like Casey Orr, Rigor Mortis, Guar, Burden Brothers, and like 20 bands, Mike Scotch and Ministry, Blowhole, and Hardin Harrison, Purvis, and Mitra, and Speed Dealer, Bruce Corbett, Rigor Mortis, fired. But the cool part is, I haven't done anything, obviously, after Rigor Mortis. That's no secret, but that's why I'm honored to be part of this. I'm with some professional dudes here.
What do you, Mike, is one of the primary music writers. What do you foresee with the new Rigor Mortis? Are you going to keep it old school? Or are you going to bring in some new things?
Both, but more old school,
You've been doing any? Have you done any writing thus far?
Right, all the time.
Cool.
Yeah, all the time.
He's
Constantly
probably got
inspired.
the next 2 records written already, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely going to be hardcore, but with good taste.
I was remiss not to ask Mike earlier, but when would you anticipate, or when would you like the new Rigor Mortis record to be out? I mean, when you're
Tomorrow.
Okay, when will it be out?
There's no telling. I mean, this started as just like you said, like one show, then it evolved into 8 shows in Texas, and then there was this New York show that got set up, and then we had to book up to New York and back. So it really happened really fast, and it's been almost completely do-it-yourself. I pretty much set up all the Texas shows. I've had some help setting up this stuff to New York and back, and but it's been really do-it-yourself right now, and we're just kind of becoming Rigor Mortis again.
Let's get back to music again, and it seems like as of late, in the last couple of years, I want to say that we've really seen a big resurgence of heavy music again across the country. Do you keep up with a lot of the new metal bands that are coming in and really making an impact? I mean, and not only making an impact musically, but selling, you know, large amounts of units as well. I mean, are there any bands out there on the scene that you are fond of? Any type of some of the new stuff that you're listening to that you're fond of?
No.
Not you, Mike. How about you, Bruce?
Actually, the last few years I've been starting to kind of pay more attention to the newer bands and get back into the new scene. And I don't pay attention who's selling the most. I mean, it seems to me that I kind of pay attention to the bands that I hear like we influence, you know?
Right.
So that's when I read an interview and some band's talking like, God damn, Mike Scotch is my hero, or Rigor Mortis, they're one of the, you know, influences or whatever, then, you know, like Impelled or Exhumed and Lord Gore.
Yeah, I like all kinds of music, but there's some heavy bands out there I like. I like High on Fire and Mastodon, Lamb of God, Devil Driver. Those are some of them I like Entombed.
You had another vocalist in the band, post Bruce, Doyle Bright, who I just read about, who's diagnosed with a brain tumor, and he actually was really proud that you guys had actually invited him to do a show, or participate in a show, not do a whole show, but participate and come up to do a song or two at the Atlanta gig. Can you just comment a little bit about that?
Well, you go ahead.
Well, I mean, we haven't talked to the guy in, what, 15 years? And so I had no way of getting in touch with him or anything. I mean, who knows what would have happened if we would have got in touch with him. We would have had 2 singers. But Bruce actually put me in contact with him. I still haven't talked to him, but he is going to come out to our Atlanta show. And, you know, he should, from what I know, he's okay. You know, he's going to be okay.
I want to thank you for the time this evening. As we close out, any last words for the people out there in San Antonio, maybe who missed the show tonight, or just anything Rigor Mortis?
Why did you miss the show? Why aren't you here?
Yeah, exactly.
Any last words, Bruce?
Just glad to be back with these guys, having a blast. It's just beginning. Next time we're in San Antonio, you better be there and you heard me.
How about you, Mike?
Syphilis.
Or like vagina.
I have one last question, personal question. Who's responsible for updating rigormortis.com? Because I think the last posting I see is like from 03 and
Really, I'm responsible for owing these guys like $1,500, and they're like probably not gonna do anything I ask them to do until I pay them some of that money. So, guys, working on it.
Plug them.
There you go.
Give them a plug.
That's worth $2,000.
I may plug them if they don't that mother.
Well, great. I want to thank you guys once again for all the people out there who are checking this interview out. Remember, San Antonio, you saw the reunited version of Rigor Mortis right here on the program. That's right. And keep your eyes and ears open for the band. Don't go anywhere. We got some live up next.